Welcome back to the South Canterbury Hydraulics Rally South Canterbury. Last time out at Otago, we looked inside a rally service truck. This week, we meet the man behind one of New Zealand's most successful rally teams and look at what it takes to run his rally clients on an event.
4 cars this weekend. It makes it a little tricky because we're running a multicultural. We're Japanese and New Caledonian with the French language, and we've got an Australian in our little Yaris as well, and then we've got Greenie. So total is 24 people here, including the drivers and co-drivers. I do all the motel bookings, restaurant bookings, tyres, vans, staff, where you got to be, everything. I do the lot.
You watch the next service when he's doing it all by himself.
Yeah.
I'd like to be called Camp Dad. Yeah.
It's very good when I can just fly in here in this case on Thursday, do recce on Friday, go home tomorrow, and I don't have to worry about cleaning everything up and that sort of thing, so it's very, very good. On the other side, there is a lot of work in getting cars transported around, and we're really pleased with the way that Rally Out go about doing that for us, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier for me, that's for sure.
It's a good challenge. And when it works, it's great. Yeah, you get some sort of accomplishment out of it, but when it goes wrong, the headache is really big.
We turn our attention to the historic class. Dean Buist heading a field of 3 Ford Escorts, a Toyota Corolla, a Nissan Silvia and a Mitsubishi Lancer. Dean Buist is one of the most experienced drivers in mainland rallying and an absolute specialist when it comes to getting the most out of a 2-wheel drive car. He's been a New Zealand Formula 2 champion in a Corolla, even built and competed in a replica Volkswagen Golf Group A car, but it's his times in Escorts that have seen him win the most. This car, bearing the number plate IF780, has a history of one of the mass sport Escorts driven by Ari Vartanen, and of course is the current Otago Classic Rally winning car. Dean setting a cracking pace on the early stages with over a minute lead from the chasing Escorts of Stephen Gill and Andy Martin. Gill was second on stage 1, but not really enjoying the 22-kilometre forest stage.
Didn't really enjoy that. No? It's not Escort material, I can assure you that. It's pretty slippery.
Andy Martin had changed the Escort back to carburetors after having fuel injection issues at Otago. But the car wasn't quite right and he struggled in the forest before finding more pace on the public road stages. The following 3 cars are not in the same league as the Escorts, but that's what gives this class its unique appeal. Paul Fraser had sold the Escort we saw him in 2024 and pulled his Nissan Silvia out of the shed just before Otago, dusted off the cobwebs and took it to the stages. He was in 4th and in a good scrap with Pat Norris. This Corolla is a new car for Norris after a few years competing in a 1300 Yaris.
We've completely stripped the car again, and because it was his first run in Otago, and all the mods we've done, or the improvements we've done on it, are certainly helping it now, but it's just a matter of learning the car again and trying to get it to drive right.
And the final car in the historics was the Mitsubishi Lancer of Mike and Helen Cameron. This car was built in 2000. Mike Cameron has always been a fan of the Mitsubishi Diamonds, having rallied a Lancer GSR Turbo in the 80s. Dean Buist had a brief off-road excursion, not the first time that IF780 has been damaged on a rally, but he kept his lead throughout the afternoon to score another class win, clear of Stephen Gill. Both Gill in the blue Holbay-powered Escort and Andy Martin in his BDA-powered version had swapped stage times throughout the afternoon. By stage 6, Gill had the gap out to 28 seconds, which would be over a minute by the time the cars reached the finish at Levels Raceway. Andy Martin would finish 3rd, admitting that he still has much to learn about driving this car.
First stage it was dreadful. The car's doesn't fit like a glove yet, so backing off when I can't sort of see it. So there's heaps of time there, but really enjoying the roads.
Paul Fraser had the Nissan into 4th ahead of Pat Norris, but he clipped a bank on stage 6 and bent the steering. So Norris was able to catch him in the final forestry stage, and by the time they reached the finish at Levels, it was Norris in 4th by 23 seconds. No damage to the Cameron's Lancer though. The old Lancer cruising to 6th place. Dean Buist puts himself firmly in contention for the historic title with that win. But another second for Stephen Gill means he will be keeping Buist honest all season. Andy Martin was 3rd, while Pat Norris coming home 4th, just ahead of Paul Fraser, with the Camerons keeping their finishing record intact in 6th.
Next up, just how skilled are our commentary team? The top drivers of the Nzrc go to battle on the roads of South Canterbury.